Salam. Today we will put the actors onto the story with the timeline found before. We know that this story belongs to Roman Syria. And also it happened in a big city which emperors at least governors live. What are the ancient big cities of Syria? Dura, Europo, Emesa, Homs, Hama, Palmyra, Damascus, Aleppo. What is the capital of Roman Syria which governor lives? Antioch was the center of the Seleucid kingdom when it was annexed by Rome and was made the capital of the Roman province of Syria. It became the third largest city of the Roman Empire in size and importance, after Rome and Alexandria, and possessed magnificent temples, theaters, aqueducts, and baths. The city was the headquarters of the Roman garrison in Syria. Antioch was also one of the earliest centers of Christianity. It was there that the followers of Christ were first called Christians. So the story seems possible and meaningful in Antioch. Who is the ruler in 71 CE in Antioch? Lucius Caesennius Paetus is governor of Syria since 70 CE. And he had known as weak character. But he had the power to sentence to death. What is the importance of October 22nd? Titus, destroyer of the Second Temple in 70 CE, made the celebration, gladiatorial contests in Antioch, which many of the Jews who had been taken prisoner were killed. Why? Because of his brother Dominitan's birthday party. Caesar Domitianus Augustus was born October 24, AD 51 and died September 18, AD 96. In 71 CE, Lucius Caesennius Paetus was organizing birthday party again in Roman Syria. 7 sleepers did not accept worshipping idols during the festival. Peatus became angry, but he gave them time to think. Because 7 sleepers was elite youngs of Antioch's community and they were working in the palace. Peatus went to other cities of Syria to be sure for celebration preparations. When he came back, he learned that 7 sleepers fled. He ordered everyone to find them no matter the cost. They had been found sleeping in a cave, but nobody could reach them. The only solution for Peatus to make a wall for the entrance of the cave. The other secret believers made an inscription about 7 sleepers and put it on the wall. Everyone thought this was a pity end for 7 young sleepers. In 351 the Caesar Constantius Gallus built a new church in honor of Babylas at Daphne, a suburb of Antioch, and had the remains of the bishop transferred to it. The intention of Gallus was to neutralize the pagan effects of the temple of Apollo located there, or as Chrysostom expresses it, to bring a physician to the sick. When Emperor Julian consulted the oracle of Apollo at the temple in Daphne, 362, he received no answer from fortune-tellers and was told that it was because of the proximity of the saint. He, therefore, had the sarcophagus of the martyr exhumed and taken back to his original place of burial. A few days later, on October 22, which day? On October 22, a mysterious fire broke out in the temple of Apollo, consuming the roof of the building, and the statue of the god. Julian, suspecting angry Christians were responsible, ordered the Cathedral of Antioch closed, and an investigation into the cause of the fire. John Chrysostom claimed a bolt of lightning set the temple on fire. The remains of Babylas were reinterred in a church dedicated to him on the other side of the river Orontes. Who is Babylas? Saint Babylas died 253 CE, was a patriarch of Antioch 237–253, who died in prison during the Decian persecution. Which persecution? Decian persecution. According to my theory, Decian entered to the 7 sleepers story as the murderer of Saint Babylas. In long oral tradition and transmission, he became the main actor of the 7 sleepers story, which messes up all the historicity. Let's go back our 7 sleepers story. Saint Babylas transferred, and a few days later on October 22, a fire broke out in the temple in Antioch. What remembers us October 22 in Antioch? Yes, 7 sleepers fled from Antioch on October 22. Our 7 sleepers story has a date as 362 Common Era. What is this? Here it is, a rich landowner trying to build a barn for his sheep. He took stones from the wall of the cave and probably noticed that it is not natural. He went inside expecting big treasure. When he saw the sleepers, he runs away from the cave. Most probably it was world record never passed again. He told his story and city came back to the wall. They found the inscription of the sleepers but could not enter the cave. This heated the argument of resurrection. Are they bodily alive? Or they are only a spirit? This was 9 years before the sleepers woke up. Some tradition says that this happened 15 years before 7 sleepers came to Antioch. But it becomes more suitable and meaningful for the story if we take 9 years, which made year 362 CE meaningful. Transfer of Saint Babylas. the fire of the temple and finding inscription could be happened in a week, end of October 362 Common Era. What is the real heresy mentioned in the story? It was about the resurrection. 7 sleepers supporting the idea of the resurrection. But there was a problem, did the 7 sleepers have a body or they were just sprit? Anyway, Emperor Julian the Apostate was there and put wood to the fire. In the year of 371, Emperor Valens tried to solve this heresy. None of the priests could give solid answers from scripture. So Valens wears woolens and sits on ash. Ask God for the answer. God accepts Valens' prayer and sleepers woken up. One of them came to Antioch and being noticed. The sleeper brought to Valens probably while sitting on the ash. When he heard the story, he immediately noticed this was the answer from God. Thanked to God for this kindness and run to the cave. But the mission of 7 sleepers completed and they died in a piece. Valens wrote this to his brother Emperor Valentinian. Many bishops wrote about the story. And many storytellers put the story in their mind. But there was a problem. Emperor Valens was not Trinitarian but Unitarian. Anything which glorifies him deleted from history. And anybody who advocates Unitarian idea also banished and punished. Bishop Stephen took this semi-secret and semi-forbidden story and adapted it to Ephesus. Both he and Emperor Theodosius tried to get advantage from it. Upper class knew the story but no one could say that this is a bad imitation of Valens' story. Instead, they killed Theodosius in the river and kicked the Stephen from being a bishop. Many years later who researched the story noticed the inconsistencies of the story and thought it as totally fabricated. Come on man! How all the written evidence cleaned from history? This is a conspiracy, bad one indeed. Really? I did not write conspiracy yet. But soon after will be, God willing. Side notes, Gaius Lecanius Bassus Caesena Peatus was consular governor of Roman Asia which consists of Ephesus in 80 to 81 CE. Decian was killed in the battle made with Goths in Balkans. There was some speculation about his defeat and death. Did his successor betray Decian to be emperor? No solid evidence but a suspicion. Why is this important for our story? Because the main character in our story also has similar defeat and death. When we make a video about it, you will understand the connection. As you know, God knows best.